Let me ask you something. What if being successful on paper actually made you feel more stressed in real life? For a lot of founders, that's not some hypothetical question. It's their day-to-day reality. This is what we call the founder's paradox. It's that massive gap between building a valuable company and actually achieving true financial freedom. Today, we're going to unpack that. So let's just dive right into the heart of the issue. You've built something incredible, right? Your company's valuation is climbing, it looks great. But your personal financial world, it feels, well, complicated. Let's break down what that really feels like. This quote just hits the nail on the head. Your business is your single biggest asset, but it's also, in a way, your biggest liability. All that value is totally illiquid. I mean, you can't just go spend it. And it means your entire financial future is tied to this one single, incredibly demanding venture. This is the very core of that rich on paper paradox. And these problems, they create this really nasty, vicious cycle. All your wealth is piled into the business, which is risky by nature. Your taxes probably aren't optimized for that kind of setup. And let's be honest, without a clear exit plan, that risk just keeps stretching out, on and on. Then the market gets a little shaky, and that future number you've been counting on suddenly feels a lot less certain. It is truly a recipe for stress. Okay, so to fix this, we need more than just a few new tactics. We actually need a philosophical shift in how we think about wealth. And this is where we need to talk about two really critical concepts: human versus financial capital. Think of it this way. Your human capital, that's your skills, your time, your hustle, it's a finite resource. It actually diminishes over your lifetime. The whole point of building wealth is to convert that finite human capital into something that lasts, into durable, compounding financial capital that can actually outlast you. That's not just some trade, it is probably the most important transaction of your entire career. And this right here defines the new objective perfectly. It's about orchestrating your own financial sovereignty. You have to shift from being an operator inside the business to becoming the architect of your own financial future. A future where your wealth is working for you, completely independent of the daily grind. This isn't just about hitting some number in a bank account. It's about a fundamentally higher quality of life. This whole journey to financial sovereignty is about building a foundation so secure that you can be truly fearless in what you do next. You're not just planning an exit, you're planning an ascent. So how do you actually do this? Let's get practical and look at the modern toolkit. There are some really powerful strategies out there that can accelerate that crucial transition from human to financial capital. First up, for anyone with real estate, you've got the 1031 exchange. Honestly, think of it like a wealth compounding machine. By letting you defer capital gains tax, you get to reinvest your entire proceeds, not just what's left after the government takes its cut. This lets your capital grow so much faster. It's a foundational tool for a very good reason. Okay, next up is a more sophisticated one: cost segregation. Now, in simple terms, this is just a really smart way to get your tax deductions much, much faster. By reclassifying parts of a building, you can accelerate depreciation. So what's the immediate impact? Well, a lower tax bill and more cash in your pocket right now, which of course you can then reinvest to build your financial capital. Now, this concept right here is absolutely crucial for every single business owner. Transferable value is simply what your business is worth without you. The goal is to build the systems, the processes, and the team that make the business valuable on its own. That's what creates a truly sellable asset and paves your path to an exit. Now, here's where it gets really, really powerful. This journey isn't a selfish one. When you start to focus on building transferable value and your own financial sovereignty, you end up creating a virtuous cycle that lifts up your entire team. Take a look at this chart. It shows where all the money goes. And notice those huge slices for taxes and other expenses? We're talking nearly half the revenue. But what if you could optimize that? By using smart, tax-advantaged strategies, you don't just help yourself, you actually free up resources that can be reinvested in the business and shared with the whole team. And this is the aha moment. These numbers show what happens when you create ways for employees to build wealth right alongside you. I mean, look at that average return on investment, 312%. When your employees have a real stake, they start to think and act like owners, and the business becomes more durable, more valuable, and way more aligned. So, the takeaway here is crystal clear. Aligning the financial incentives of your team with the financial health of the business isn't just some nice, fluffy culture thing. It's an incredibly powerful engine for growth. It makes the company stronger, and ultimately, it dramatically increases that transferable value we were just talking about. Okay, so we've got the philosophy and we've got the tools. The final piece of the puzzle is turning all this theory into reality. This is where we have to move from one day to day one. I absolutely love this quote because it just cuts right through all the procrastination that holds so many of us back. The perfect time to start planning your financial future was yesterday. The next best time is right now. This is all about making a conscious decision to start on day one. And this really captures the core philosophy that drives the whole thing. It all starts with gratitude for what you've already built. That gratitude then fuels generosity to yourself, to your family, and to your team. And that generosity, when you channel it through smart strategies, it drives compounding action and creates a true cycle of abundance. So this is the question I want to leave you with. If you recognize yourself in this paradox, rich on paper but stressed out in reality, the only thing that matters now is what will be your day one. Are you ready to take that very first step toward turning all that paper wealth into true financial sovereignty?